minutes. So every period has their own fight song. So every period, that kid feels powerful. We're maxing out on bench today. Oh, I heard my song. It's their walkout song. Everybody has their walkout song. We went to the Rockies-Brewers game the other night. Every single guy had the same song. And when he came up to bat again, he had the same song. Like, that's their walkout song. So I have my wrestling playlist for their fight songs, because it's that year. I have different kids the next year, because they have to feel powerful at least once. But then I pick a song that I'm going to talk about. And I play this song so much that even when they're tired of it, it triggers something. Does everybody have a trigger song? Maybe you cry, maybe you smile, maybe you laugh. And that's powerful. If you don't have a song, it does real things in your brain. That's a whole other presentation somebody could do for their goal. Like what music does to your brain in the wrestling room. Maybe you're playing the wrong stuff, feeding them the wrong stuff. I feed them what I want them to hear. And then our team song, when I have kids 22 years later of coaching that will call me up, Coach, I heard my team song. Like, So Far Away, there's a line in it, now that we're here, I'm so far away. And you're talking about what we look like today, a kid named Jimmy Pratt. I get teary-eyed almost every time I hear it, because he had blue and purple hair in 8th grade. When he was a freshman, he won first round of our tournament. I broke into his house to get him to get out of bed. His mom was screaming at me, asking me. Now, this is 20 years later. I would never do this again, but I thought, this is what a good coach does. I open the door. I'm in the house telling Jimmy to get out of bed, and I hated this kid. Man, now every time I hear this song, I call him, or he calls me, whoever hears it first. He has a baby now. He is an outstanding person. So, that's powerful to me 20-something years later. But all these songs have one of those meanings. Some other activities. I bring in a branch of the armed forces to my class every week. Talk about some powerful things. I'll say to the kids, they're going to act like they're a drill instructor today. It's impactful. I don't know too many teams that have more military guys than we do after it. So I'm going to go through these real quick. We bring alumni in every single Wednesday. Now, they can come in every day they want, but every single Wednesday. And if an alumni comes in, they're applauded. They got to be doing something positive, and we applaud them. If they're not doing something, I don't let them back in. If you're like, I don't have a job, can I coach? No, because that's not the role model I want. But you come in, so Wednesday, man, this guy's a staff sergeant in the military, and everybody has to applaud him. Or Wednesday over break. Every kid in my program knows every Wednesday is Alumni Day, because alumni can't come in every day. They got jobs, they got kids, whatever. Every single Wednesday, we're going to do an extra live session. How is that powerful? Well, they realize they can do it. I put this stealth bomber up here. Austin Copeland wrestled for me, broke his collarbone, couldn't wrestle the rest of his senior year. He works on stealth bombers today, has to have clearance. Like, he's the guy. Stealth bombers broke. I was like, oh, you're a mechanic? That's cool. Mechanic is cool, but he's a stealth bomber mechanic. You don't think that somebody else in the room goes around going, so he still made it in life after his wrestling season was over? Because you know how when a kid gets hurt, life is over. He works on stealth bombers. I'm impressed. I want to say that today because he's listening to it one time. But other kids in the room, you'll hear them go, Coach, I want to be an engineer. I want to work on stealth bombers. Like, they will say they want to be what you bring in the room. So, if you bring people without jobs in the room, they're not going to have jobs. If you bring people in the room that are mechanics, that are engineers, that are dentists, that are doctors, that are lawyers, they'll say that's what they want to be. Whatever you bring in the room is what they're going to want to be. That's powerful. Make them experience things they never experienced. We say experience the world for the wrestling. My high school coach at Jennings County would always say, Jennings County wrestling, an experience that will last a lifetime. If you drive through Jennings County, there's signs everywhere. Because he doesn't care if they win or lose. He wants them to know. Some parent go, oh, I want stuff that's going to last my kid's lifetime. That's powerful. These are some other things we do. You can read them because I know it's getting long and late. Self-affirmations. Something we do some years, not every year because it's tough. We write affirmations we think every single kid should be saying to themselves in their head. Looking in the mirror, when Rocky pulls the picture of Drago off and throws it down, it's his affirmation, right? So we give it to him. Our coaches will have a list. You got to walk by these 5. The kids don't know it. I have a great shot, blah, blah, blah. And you make sure you say it over and over and over. Oh, man, Nick, you got a great shot. And that kid starts going, Oh, I didn't know I had a great shot, but I must have a great shot. And so we start with these self-affirmations. Then a couple of weeks later, we'll say, like, we want you guys to do self-affirmations. We don't talk about there being affirmations before, but we feed them what each kid should be saying to themselves. I call, every night I call a kid, every night I text a kid on top of your normals, so that's the positive one. I call every single kid every day if they miss, but I try to call one kid or text one kid a night year-round. So your girlfriend or whatever, why are you on the phone again? Well, I gotta get my one text in. But, you want them to feel powerful. We're getting on to books, so I'm trying to wrap it up for you. Some easy reads, easy team reads. You want something powerful in your community, make the whole school know you're reading a book. You said they do it. It's amazing, right? Yeah. Everybody goes, oh man, the wrestling team's smart. Well, the wrestling team is smart. That was a joke. No, we laughed. I'm used to that. Our wrestling team is pretty smart. We've had in the state the past 2 of 3 years the most academic all states in the state, and we're considered like 56% at the lower. But our kids at school know the wrestling team is smart because we do a book read. These are some of the ones I thought were some of the better ones. Art of War is really hard to read, but if you read it to them, seriously powerful. Because if you never read it, people read Proverbs, right, in the Bible. It's like Proverbs for war. If their right flank is weak, attack their left flank. And you go, oh, if their right hand is weak, I'll attack their left hand. It was written by a coach. The coaching back in the day was killing people. So, it's a very good book. In my list, if you open this has every book I've ever read in my adult life. I got a line about it in case you want to read it. Did you see that? It's fun. Don't know how that happened. These are just some good articles. In your PowerPoint you'll get. I'm not going to talk about any of them, just other presentations, whatever, the ones I've done in the past here. And then my contact information. But understand you're powerful. Understand whatever you say to the kids powerful. And understand that you can do different things to make them powerful. Whether it's squatting so they feel powerful. Or whether it's doing a self-affirmation so they feel powerful. The only people in the universe. I don't know what to wrap this up with. So I'm trying to think of a one-liner. Mr. Clayton.
I think that's awesome. Yeah. Gary Mabb's got you for 2 minutes.